Okay folks, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if I can make this one turn up a treat. This will be a tricky one. But yeah, it's Christmas Eve today. So we're all trying to celebrate. Well, I'm just continuing with what I do throughout the year pretty much, and that is to make my demos. This has become a sort of a lifestyle thing for me, you could say, because I'm trying my best to get out there on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9. Proving to be very, 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 very difficult to get their attention, to get their interest, to raise their interest with my material, and it really is difficult. But I'm not going to give up, folks. I'm not giving up the fucking fight. They'll have to stop watching my videos. I hope they do watch them, otherwise this will fall on deaf ears. I hope it doesn't happen that way. So yeah, I'm trying to celebrate with my silly little elf hat. So yeah, trying to get in the spirit even though I don't feel it. And now let's see what we're going to demo with. A Mountain Dew Energised. So we're just going to show you that a bit better than I did. Okay, we better just quickly get back to the machine before we lose our settings. So we've got this Mountain Dew, we're going to move it around, slide it around. So it's all nicely lit up. That was a bit of a fuck. He's just made of plastic in this case. It didn't crackle on the glass. If it was glass, I would have been in deep shit. Yeah, looks shit house. You don't see much to it. The accident wasn't a happy accident this time. Try and make this into a happy, not quite a happy accident, but hopefully there'll be some happy accident in there. It's really difficult trying to make it look any good. It's looking there, it's getting there, I guess. It doesn't look fluorescent, unfortunately, like I'd like it to be. Yeah, looks interesting, but it's not quite what I'm after, folks. Gonna leave it on that. Gonna roll it. Fuck it. Just make it a roly-poly. Simple. Yeah, okay, we kept it simple, stupid, didn't we, folks? And it's come up a treat. Mountain Dew on a nice bit of an angle, but, you know, you can't get much better than that. I'm just going to take the bottle and recycle it. Yeah, Mountain Dew. Yeah, I had an old friend of mine that I used to go to church fellowship and church with decades ago. She's dead now. She was a really nice friend of mine, and she died on Christmas Day 2004, I think it was, and she was only 32 years of age. Unfortunately, she was morbidly obese, and but she wasn't morbidly obese for no reason. She had problems. She was raped and sexually abused by her stepfather in particular, mainly him, and he used to say to her that the rape and the sexual abuse is a Christmas gift, and she loved Christmas, but she didn't love what Christmas ended up meaning, and her childhood was stolen. And she made a joke about Mountain Dew, because someone said, "Does it remind you of something?" And that person meant pee, because it looks a bit like colour of urine. And she got turned off Mountain Dew for the rest of her time. She never wanted to go back and drink it since that comment, since that you could say that uncalled for joke about it resembling piss, urine. Because it does have that look to it, I must say. But she was a really beautiful lady, and I do believe she's in heaven now. She's singing with the angels, she's caroling, and she's really enjoying herself in her freedom, that she doesn't have to be worried about the flashbacks and the suicidal ideations that she had because of these events that happened with her horrible stepfather. And I really hate the way people are like that. You do have people who don't care, and they're selfish and dirty. And people like him really are dirty and filthy and scummy, and he ruined her fucking life. And her morbid obesity, she had a lot of reasons why she was, because one reason was because it made her feel safe, that she felt like she was unattractive to the opposite sex, which she believed could potentially be a sexual abuser or a rapist because of him, like not trusting men. And also she had epilepsy, and she had an operation where part of her brain was removed, and that caused problems as well. And also, what other reasons? I'm trying to think what else. But basically, so far, that's two good reasons why she was obese. And also, can't think what else. But basically, she had all the good reasons to not lose weight. It was really hard. I know she used to comfort eat. She used to eat for comfort, related to the sexual abuse once again. So, like sometimes you have to, when you're dealing with a person that's morbidly obese, you've got to think about why. There is a reason why. That there is often a reason why. And before you start criticising, before you tell them to go on a fucking diet, you got to fucking consider why. That they have a reason. They got a reason to be like that, like she did. Really hurt her feelings sometimes when people used to not understand her to do with weight. But I know she's in a happy place, folks. I know she's caroling away and she's enjoying herself. And that for her, every day is Christmas. Every day. There is no day in where she is. There is no day or night. It's just day. It's just light. It's like it's just totally light where she is. Yeah, everything is just light. There's this beautiful light. There is no darkness. There is no evil. There is no sexual abuse where she's living, where she's with. There is no sexual abuse. There is no horror. There's no car accidents or any of that sort of shit. Where she resides is the best place a human could ever want to be. They look shit house. I do like this one, I do think. But basically I really am grateful that she is in a happy place now, that she's not suffering, that the sexual abuse is no longer an issue anymore, which is so nice to know. It is nice to know, folks, it really is, to know that she's not suffering anymore from what happened. This user interface is a pain, and that's one thing I have to do, folks. I'm not afraid of dying myself. Fortunately, she wasn't afraid, but basically I'm looking forward to the day. Look, I'm going to be on this world. I feel like I have to be in this world a bit longer, or a lot longer, because I'm hoping to do some good things in this world, in my life, and make my life count for helping the world. And one of the things I want to do is redesign the photocopier from scratch, to not just make it a really good experience in the office, but to make the world a happier and greener and cleaner place, so that everyone gets a fair go in this world, that people can see their dreams come true and not feel problems, and that maybe we could also apply funding also for sexual abuse victims who, like her, had to deal with this shit, So there's a lot of things I want to do for scientific, humanitarian, commercial, industrial. I've got a lot of things I want to do, folks. I really want to do something, folks. I want to really change the world and make it a better place for everyone. Not just the rich, not just the astute, but those people who are less fortunate can get a fair go. That looks really quite yucky, the colour in that. I do think we need a background colour if we can add one. But basically, I really wish the world could be more fairer, and that people who've got money and power can be more fairer distributing it amongst those less fortunate. And it really is horrible the way the world has gone, that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and that's just not fair. It's just not fair, folks. My mum used to say that to me in the early 90s, I remember. So she was on the money there. She's right. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That's the general consensus, folks. Seems to be the case. Just wondering. So yeah, I'm not ready to go yet. I'm not afraid of dying, folks, but I'm not ready to go, because I have a bucket list, folks, and this is I just mentioned some of it, to make the world a better place and to make better equipment that'll make people happy in the office and less stressed. Photocopiers that use artificial intelligence to make the decision-making processes for the human operator. And basically, we've already got AI spreading across. And I watched an interesting video on YouTube. I don't know if this is true, but they reckon that a Google AI went sentient and had to be shut down. I thought, what the fuck? It's interesting, but fuck me dead. We don't want to create sentient AI, folks. That's one thing I don't want to do. But I'm just using the AI that we're using now as inspiration for what can be possible with a photocopier, which is a lot simpler than the AI that you see used in, say, some of the like ChatGPT or whatever they call it. I've never used any of that shit, folks. So I don't know much about it, but I've read about it. And there's a lot of really powerful AI that can write music and shit like that. And if you can make music with AI, imagine how much power you can put into a photocopier there for. And what a powerful machine that would be. And photocopiers don't need that much power as music writing software would. So you can imagine there's plenty of leeway. There's plenty of scope for, something really wonderful. And that's come up looking really quite a treat. I think we can now call this demo quits.